checking out REN, Murderer, with my good friend Rafi. Now, we did a high REN on his channel, so go check that out. That's up right now. After this video, of course. You know what I mean? Like, after this video, guys. But we're here with Rafi. Rafi, how are you doing, my dude? Nice. Bing chilling. What time is it for you? Woo! Yeah, we're breaking the cycle today, guys. Because, you know, you give lessons, right? You do guitar lessons, piano lessons, or what do you do? Schools? Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, what kept you up? Oh, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Where are you at in Elden Ring? People are not going to care about this, but... Crumbling Farmazula. Hell yeah. Yes, Crumbling Farmazula. I've been there so many times, bro. Yeah. After this, the whole base game, you also got the DLC, which you can still do. But hey, the people are here for REN. What are we talking about? Elden Ring? Pfft, let me know if you play Elden Ring in the comments down below. But yeah. Play that if you have a lot of time. Yeah, REN, Murderer. I checked this out with Anthony Ray, my good friend, partner in crime, back in the day when I started the channel. So I think it would be nice after High REN, you know, for Rafi to check out Murderer. We're gonna do that, give a reaction. Yeah, you know what's up, right, Rafi? If you want to say something, like if something is like really popping in your head, just shout or pause it or whatever, you know. And let's go, guys. Go check out REN. Go check out Rafi's channel, which will be down in the description below. Let's fucking go. Audio good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
If you catch me alone, you better stay on my zone because I'm ready to kill. I'll sit on my throne, made of bodies and bones because I'm mentally ill. I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill. For goodness sake, man, I'm ready to break, man. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Murderer, if you see me on the corner of my town, get back, back, back. Murderer, swing for your jaw in the first round. Tat-tat-tat. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down, yeah. I was born shameless, fighting out in Brighton with the neighbours. Brother, I should wonder what my name is. I was born famous, trendsetter, hot stepper, greatest. Shocking like a finger in the anus. I was born wasted, stoned on my brain, brother faded. Writing catchy syllables contagious. I was born courageous, naked and fucking outrageous. With a microphone, I rock stages. I jump on the rhythm of rhyming cyclone, and I pull its caliber right out the stone. King Punk, the precision it hits like the...
Bro, these bars, are you catching these bars?
Yeah, I'm like, so just like last time, my attention is going between a few different things. Why? What are you thinking for the actual words?
So the beginning, let's just pull it back because we've been I was immediately vibing, you know, but that's normally how it goes. Then like in the beginning here,
alone, you better
immediately coming in with this hook, you know.
Stay on my zone because I'm ready to kill. I'll sit on my throne, made of bodies and bones because I'm mentally ill. I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill. For goodness sake, man, I'm ready to break, man. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down.
Like, is this sort of reggae-ish,
Exactly,
hip hop influence? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking too. That was one of the first things. That was one of the first things I thought of. And then I was getting really distracted by the by part of the instrumental. That sounds like I swear that's from something. I swear that's from.
Could be like REN takes a lot of inspiration from a lot of artists.
It'll maybe pop into my head. Hopefully, I'm not too. But it was from an old like hip hop. Halfway Crooks. I feel like
halfway crooks. Wait, let me just. you're not going to be able to hear this.
What do you know?
But let me just
There ain't
really
no
quick.
such thing as halfway crooks. They're scared to look. They
Halfway.
shook.
Crooks. Hold up.
Is that Mob Deep?
Mob Deep. Yeah.
Yeah, I swear it's part of the instrumental for Halfway Crooks by Mob Deep.
Okay,
It's
so I'm not gonna put it on right now because then I'll need to face another copyright track in the. But people down in the comments below, people know Mob Deep. Let me know if this is accurate because I do not know that track. But Rafi, you're a credible dude. I
We're
think
about
I can
to find out.
safely believe it. People in the comments are going to be like, "No, what are you saying? Ren has nothing to do with Mob
It's
Deep."
scary to say things sometimes. It's like, we talk about, we like mentioned, it's like, yo, what's his accent? Is he Welsh? Which I swear it sounds like a Welsh accent, but like, I feel like there are people, there are people, gonna be like,
in the comments, renegades are chill. Renegades are chill.
How could you think
There might be, there's always one or two extremists who are like, "What are you saying?" But like, it's not too much with the Ren community. Like the renegades are chill.
Okay.
If you see me on the corner of my town, get back.
The contrast between High Ren and Murderer, how is that like for you? Because High Ren is way different than the vibe from Murderer.
I mean, it's
up until now.
Yeah, it's the vibe is different. Almost everything about it is different. When he actually comes in with, like, I guess you could say his verse, which we're about to hear, it's like, there's something about, I'll have to like hear it again to repeat back the specifics, but there's something about the way he actually raps. There's something actually about his like tone, which I'll have to, maybe we can pause it after. It's like da 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 da. The way his voice goes like up and down like that. The
intonation.
Yeah, instantly made me think of High Ren. Like it instantly stuck out to me as something unique. Which is not to say that this stuff isn't unique, but I mean like really like, oh, that's that thing I like. That's part of this thing I heard before.
Yeah. The Ren a la gimmicks, basically. The Ren. How do you say that? Noticeable things that he does.
Yeah.
Because he's very playful with his voice in a lot of tracks. You know what I mean? Like he's always he's never monotone. Like he's always like very playful with the intonation.
Yeah.
So that's a good catch. But let's pause it at that part where you're talking about.
I was born shameless, fighting out and writing with the name.
Right there. I was born shameless. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Like I was born shameless. It's like just that right there. I don't know what it exactly is specifically about that. Just instantly hit me. It's like even only hearing the one other song of his, just like it just sounded very much. It sounded like him. So I wonder if he does it.
Yeah.
In like other songs too. I'd imagine he does.
Yeah, he's like I say, he's always very playful. Like he can be sad, like in the sad, like you hear with High Ren as well. But still, even if he's sad, like remember when he was talking to himself with the evil and the more good relaxed voice?
Yeah.
In the good relaxed voice, like even then he is still going like this and still doing all those things that go like this and like it's always still up and down and left and right and that's it's never quote unquote heavy quote unquote boring. It's never boring, you know. It's always interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know.
No, for sure.
Immediately like with that shameless immediately catches your attention.
No, definitely, yeah.
Brother, ask your mother what my name is. I was born famous, trendsetter, hot stepper, greatest, shocking like a finger in the anus.
And still shocking like a finger.
I didn't catch that the first time. Okay.
But it's like the accent makes it for me like way more almost fascinating. Like, but I am, and the people know this, I'm very much into accents from all around the world because I like to imitate or impersonate accents.
Me too.
But when go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, if you're doing beatboxing stuff, you must just love sounds. And I've always been into
in general
sounds, any sort of sound, accent, character from a cartoon, different languages, different instruments, random things you hear in life. It's just like sounds, just sounds.
And I hear music in a lot of things, like in things that are non-music, like cars that have a certain frequency that I can then harmonize on, or when they ride along, they're like and I'm like like the have like a harmony, and that bullshit, So it's always music. But with Ren, he is his accent. I don't know if he is extra accent or if everybody talks like this where he's from. But it's so interesting. Like listen to this specifically.
Set a hot stepper greatest, shocking like a finger in the aim.
Trend set a hot stepper greatest,
Yeah,
greatest. It's so.
No, I don't know
accent
the
is very much there.
Yeah. Is there a specific sound you're thinking? Because I have something in mind, but I'm curious if.
Trend set a hot stepper. You first. What do you mean by?
Well, it's like
a certain...
the T's in trend, like setter, like trend set like that thing seems to make it like very. It's like it's super articulate, and like I feel like for this type of thing, for rapping like this, it just adds some like intensity and sort of stresses the rhythmic aspects of this, as opposed to like being like trendsetter. Whereas trendsetter, it like it makes it.
It's almost like a hi hat, like
Actually, definitely,
And that's like Ren, and you can see that he's very uses his cheekbones a lot. You see, man's got cheeks. You see those cheekbones? God damn! You see those not cheeks like butt cheeks. Hey, Rafi. Were you being weird over here, man? On the you being weird? Second reaction? You saying this weird?
I'm not the one who's sitting here. Don't look at me.
I'm kidding. But like Ren is always very technical, and Ren beatboxes himself too. Like he's not professional level beatboxing, but he's like Michael Jackson level beatboxing. You know what I mean with Michael Jackson level beatboxing?
Yeah, that's
like it's not. But it's like
it's like me.
You know that shit. So that's very interesting.
I was born wasted, stoned on my brain, brother faded. Writing catchy syllables contagious. I was born courageous, naked and fucking outrageous. With a microphone, I rock stages. I jump on the rhythm of rhyming cyclone, and I pull his caliber right out the stone. King Punk, the precision it hits like Stallone. Rocky, keep it cocky, I'll be Al Capone.
Those bars, bro, like this piece. Let me just replay that for you. Dissect it.
The precision that hits like Stallone.
The hits like Stallone, yeah. The precision that hits like Stallone. Rocky, keep it cocky. Al Capone.
On the author's throne,
and this is the accent here, bro.
Walk alone, sit on the author's throne, and
if you were to say that, walk alone, sit on the author's throne. But because he has the accent, it's like walk alone, sit on the author's throne. It's like way more interesting.
Yeah, and like office, because he doesn't. The th is an F sound. Office throne.
Yeah, office throne. It's that's like it has flavor to it. When you and I sort of have a sort of American accent. You fully have a American accent. It sounds sort of bland. If we were to just rap it, even when we go like author throne, it's still like, yeah, okay, you're just saying it. But because of the accent and the way Ren specifically does it, with the being so articulate, like so author throne, and that's exactly what I said last time. I don't know if you remember, like in one of his tracks, he says Aurora.
Yeah, you brought up
and he said,
Aurora.
Yeah, and he said that really like, and I was captivated by the way he said it because it's so interesting with the accent and his voice.
I wonder what people who have the exact same accent as him, what they would think about it. If it's even something that they would consider, if they like it, if they specifically don't like it, because that happens. Where I grew up, I don't have the accent of the place I grew up, but like I hate the accent
of your own people.
Yeah. If anyone happens to know Rhode Island, where it's super small state in the U.S., but like, oh god, it's sort of like a Boston or New York accent, but it's just like it's slightly different.
It's kind of like I'm walking.
It's so off-putting.
Oh, okay, yeah. In Dutch, we have we have the same thing. We have one place that everybody collectively not hates, but it's like, okay, yeah, if you're from there, you sound weird, you know, and that's Amsterdam. Everybody knows Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
So yeah. Because people that are from Amsterdam sound like the following. So I'm going to speak some Dutch and I'll just say like, my car broke down and I need to replace my tire. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it in how I say it. Mijn auto heeft een ongeluk gehad en ik moet mijn band verwisselen. That's how I would say it. Okay. How Amsterdam people say it. Mijn auto heeft een ongeluk gehad en ik moet mijn band verwisselen.
It's like,
Yeah, they really like to talk like this with a lot of praten. You know, it's like, what the fuck are you saying, bro? Like, speak normally, you know?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's so funny.
If I were the car repair guys and they said, yeah, ik ben te hard door de bocht gevlogen en daardoor is mijn auto nu kapot gegaan, then I'll be like, okay, bro, you fix that by yourself. I'm going back to some, you know.
Oh my god, dude.
That's a you problem.
So funny.
Yeah.
Off is thrown, and if you want it, I'll deny it like a mortgage loan. Your daughter's home, we'll be staying home alone. Condone the bone and eat it like a Toblerone, bitch.
And we're still on that Al Capone rhyme scheme,
yeah.
bro. Like, that's still going on. Like, let me pull it back a little bit. That's crazy.
Off is thrown, and if you want it, I'll deny it like a mortgage loan. Your daughter's home, we'll be staying home alone. Condone the bone and eat it like a Toblerone, bitch. If you catch me alone, you better stay on my zone because I'm ready to kill. I'll sit on my throne, made the bodies and bones because I'm mentally ill. I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill. For goodness sake, man, I'm ready to break, man. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Murderer, if you see me on the corner of my town, get back, back, back. Murderer, swing for your jaw in the first round. Tat-tat-tat. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Yeah. The bigger they come, the bigger they fall. The trigger the gun.
All right. Okay.
Before we get into this, big thing, I wanted to say one thing and then you can go ahead. Like, this is all a one take, and people are saying there's one cut in here. And the cut is what the people are saying, and me and Anthony think this too, is right here. I'm going to show you. Right there. That's the cut. Yeah. Ren is famously known for, or notoriously known for the one takes. Like, he always does one takes. Sometimes due to technical difficulties or whatever, he'll have one or two cuts. But like, most of the shit he does is one takes, and people really respect him for that, because that's hard with rapping. Because he also does live rapping in music videos. You know what I mean? So this is, of course, studio recorded, and he's like a playbacking for the music video. But he also has live stuff, you know, and he does all of that in one take, and that's really, really tough, you know.
Yeah, I was even
that freedom. Sorry, yeah, go.
No. So what were you saying?
The freedom that you have in the studio, that you can edit and get out all the unnecessary stuff, and, you know, or the bad sounding shit. You don't have that when you do a one take, but it gives that when you do one take, it gives that authenticity, you know. It gives that originality.
Yeah, authenticity. It helps you. That's definitely a recording like principle. The idea of like if you're like cutting it up too much and stuff like that, and like you don't have as good of a sense of what was just coming before. So like the overall structure and flow and progression of things it's difficult to keep that in your head because you're just not aware of what was coming before. It's not going to flow as naturally. Yeah, and I was trying to look at this. I was like, okay, now that you're mentioning a potential cut or something, is there a reason you think it's right here? Because I was going to look and be like, oh, in terms of like practically going like opening a door, closing it, getting in, like how long would it take? It doesn't seem that to be that difficult. Yeah. Because
the camera is being either given to somebody else inside the car. Because the transition is really smooth.
That's
like,
what I
mean.
Look how
smooth it is. Like, this is really smooth. Well,
I was like, how could the door be open? Yeah, but I guess you could pass it to someone, who's sitting inside.
Yeah, that could be. But that's what the people are saying, like, oh, there's one cut over there. But it's not, I don't know if it's confirmed. The Renegades got to let me know in the comments below. I don't know if that's confirmed. I just remember from back in the day it was just a speculation. But yeah, Ren normally does one takes, and people really respect him for that. I do too. Like that's hard, doing one takes every time.
For sure, yeah.
That's crazy. But what did you want to say? Like
yeah, it was right after he's doing these. So I noticed something about the another sort of musical thing about what he's doing for these. I guess you could call them choruses. Okay, so he has there's a nice actual like maybe you could say sense of form going on for the choruses. So like what he does in terms of the actual notes he sings, he sort of states something and it's the same one little phrase, and then there's a second tiny phrase after. Then there's another one that's the same as the first one, but the second one, okay, so there's like this like A thing and then this B thing. The A thing comes back. The thing that would be the B is now like slightly changed. And then you go back to the same thing. And then you get something that's slightly changed. And like what this does is creates a sense of expectation, but then also a slight change. Enough to give you
that fresh feeling.
Yeah, and a sense that something's moving forward, but it's also connected to what came before it. So if I like, you could say, this stuff is sort of subjective, but compositionally speaking, if my melody is like dee da dee dum bum bum bee dum it's like what was that? But if I go bum 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 da 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 bum 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 bum, you hear it as four separate parts that are grouped into then two larger parts. That's then one large coherent thing. And that's what he's doing. I'd have to go into more detail, but that's probably too much detail with the actual like notes he's using. But it gives a sense of coherency to the choruses.
Well, it's not. I'm actually curious. Like, just give us the sauce, man. If you're saying A, you gotta say B. Hey, you see what I did?
We'd
there?
have to go back because I don't have it like perfectly.
Yeah, let's go back. Like where's?
Yeah,
sure.
I'll show you
I'm curious, bro. Like this is your
okay,
field of expertise. You know what I mean? Where you do the DJing? Like where is the part?
I can't remember exactly, but it's right when the chorus starts. So.
Okay, let's go back here and just say pause, or just pause it whenever.
Oh wait, go back. Go back a little before that, yeah, because after he says Toblerone.
Okay.
So even before this.
Let's go over here.
Right out the stone, King Punk, the precision that hits like Stallone. Rocky, keep it cocky, I'll be Al Capone. I walk alone, sit on the author's throne. And if you want it, I'll deny it like a mortgage loan. Your daughter's home, we'll be staying home alone. Condone the bone and eat it like a Toblerone, bitch.
Okay, so
if you catch me alone, you better stay on my zone because I'm ready to kill.
Oh, I can pause this too. Okay, here, let me move. Okay. Yeah.
Alone, you better stay on my zone because I'm eating like a Toblerone, bitch. If you catch me alone, you better stay on my zone because I'm ready to kill.
If you catch me alone, I'm ready to down. And so then, okay, so that's part one.
I'll sit on my throne, mate.
I'll sit on my throne. That's exactly the same. But
the bodies and bones because I'm mentally ill.
Is that change, and then
I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill.
And now that one is the first part now changed slightly, but it still resembles it. And the second part changed slightly, but it still resembles.
For goodness sake, man, I'm ready to break, man. Murderer.
And that one, the first part, it goes back to being exactly the same. So it's like that first little section is the same, slightly different, the same. And the little parts that come after it they all resemble each other. And then the very last time it actually cuts out, right? And then something drops in right after.
Yeah.
So like that's that way of creating just like a tiny little sense of phrases and melodies that actually make sense. And no one needs to know that that's happening for it to make sense. Like we all sort of naturally perceive it that way, whether we realize it or not. And Yeah, it's just it's something. If you're like if you're composing or writing music, it's something you could actually be consciously aware of. It'd be a good thing if it doesn't come just incredibly naturally. But yeah, that was the thing I was talking about.
This is exactly the reason what I said. I said we talked before the recording, guys. And we recapped a little bit about the previous reaction we did, because that's the first time Rafi did a reaction in the way that we're doing now. So, and I said, like, bro, you give some input that I've never heard from other people, because you come from another corner of the music world, you know, the classical corner of the music world. So you have other insights. You look at it differently than I do, because I listen to a lot of rhythm, but probably you too, but in a different way that I listen to rhythm, you know, because I come from beatboxing and more, you know, faster shit, whatever. So it's very interesting. The things you say like this just now about the being the same, and then different, and you know, it's very interesting. And because I immediately was like, oh yeah, I know this, but I would never have caught that myself, because I'm not focused on that, you know. For
sure, yeah. We all we tend to focus on different things. I've always been like melody, harmony, that type of thing has always gripped me the most. No, like rhythm is a core. Like you almost can't have those two and not have rhythm be there. Yeah. But for me, it's just like what sort of draws you in, or what does your brain, you know, focus on, or something like that. For me, it's always been more of the melodic aspect of things.
Of music. So, yeah.
That's where my brain.
So,
if you see me on the corner of my town, get back.
He's doing the same thing with this part too.
Yeah.
He's doing the same thing.
Swing for your jaw in the first round. That tap. Homie, it's the way that I get down. Yeah. The bigger they come, the bigger they fall. The trigger the gun, I'm clipping them all like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I line them up against the wall. I don't mean metaphorically, lyrical bullets. I mean actually.
The cadence. Do you know what cadence is in rapping?
If you mean like the like he's changed the he's changed to that at this beginning part.
Yeah, like that is a cadence, is that flow, you could also call it, but it's that you know, and he switches here from one cadence to the other like really fast. So
the bigger they come, the bigger they fall.
That cadence.
I line them up against the wall. I don't mean metaphorically, lyrical bullets. I mean,
you know, it's like this offbeat sort of swingy pronunciation. You know what I mean?
Actually, fucking kill him. Squeeze the trigger and pull it.
He's got.
And there.
I'm sorry, keep going.
Yeah, and there he does that typical REN shit, what I'm talking about with the voice, you know, that intonation, that sudden whispering, but still that.
I mean, actually fucking kill him, squeeze the trigger and pull it.
You know, do you pull it and pull it?
Yeah.
It's just that.
And there's even mysterious when it's quiet.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, you think that REN is intense, bro? Oh, damn. I didn't know that. Damn, bro. Rafi, I didn't know you like that, man. We just talked so recently, but I didn't know you like that.
Intensity.
Oh, damn. It's getting hot in here, guys. It's getting hot in here.
Blood splat, how's it going, lad? Brands are flowing, mad trust that. I'm a pro with that. Caesar sewing bad boy. I'm an addict, volcanic, and mine is twisted and manic. The rhymes are gifted, goddammit. I push the button, we panic. Breathe, I seize the...
Jesus Christ, that's fucking great. Like, this is fucking great, bro.
With that, Caesar sewing bad boy. I'm an addict, volcanic, and mine is twisted and manic. The rhymes are gifted, goddammit. I push the button, we panic. Breathe, I seize the land.
First the breathe and then breathe. That's a good decision for me. Like he could have also done on the beat, you know, like, breathe, like, but he did it offbeat, like breathe, instead of breathe, like at the same time, you know, for the video.
Yeah, stressing those offbeats. You could. I don't know if you'd completely say it's syncopated, like the rhythm, which is generally like the word used.
What the fuck is syncopated, dude?
Oh, so syncopation is when you stress beats that are like, so if I went dot 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 dot, it's like dot 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 dot. And so like you can make a person move by, you can help make a person move by syncopating. Now obviously you can do the opposite too, where you can just like do and have just like things be really heavy, and it makes a person move in in sort of a different way. But that's that breathe you're talking about. You're saying he could have done it like right on the beat, or do it on the offbeat, sort of like pulls you. It's like this expectation. You have like this pulse that's this expectation, and to do it like like it just sort of like pulls
you off guard,
pulls you up. Yeah. Syncopation.
That's so syncopation is that called. So that's a what did you do? Is it like that?
That's that could be an example, like like it could be like, that's why, like, you know, when people talk about like swing, just generally with jazz, that's like what's happening there. It's not da 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 da. But yeah, I was doing, if I was going like da 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 da, that's sort of that's happening because there's actually sort of like two rhythms going on at once. But yeah, when you're just stressing things that aren't these downbeats, it just tends to make a person wanna move, and that's what it makes things exciting too. So you're not like da 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 da. If that's like your rhyme, if like that's your flow or your cadence, it's like, okay, that like works, but it's not gonna like pull someone. And like the words could be clever and stuff, and they could be cool and relatable, but it's rhythmically not gonna have it's not gonna pull a person in different directions. It's just very straight, and like a person might tend to move very straight to it.
Yeah.
He's doing the opposite. So
he's doing the opposite. Yeah, exactly. Ren, he's very interesting with the way he can play with this so freely, like the swinging, the one more time,
syncopation,
and the switching cadence, and the playfulness with the tone of voice, the volume, the switching from head voice to normal voice to whispery stuff, you know. It's like very entertaining to watch in general.
It's very
like,
dynamic.
Very dynamic, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, very dynamic.
Sky in the seas, it's easy, see me freestyle freely. What man, yes, I came to rock, man. Drop it like it's hot, fam, wearing clothes.
Like this, exactly. But like how high he's going for that shit.
Yeah.
It's the commitment, it's the performance as well, you know, and the body language, like the way he is doing it, you know, he sells it really well, you know. If I do that, people are like, yo, bro, whoa, you know. When Ren does, it's like, oh damn, that sounds really interesting.
It's gotta be like genuine and authentic. So if that's not you, if that's not what you're doing, then yeah, it'll just sound like
no, hell no. I got more like the baby lock them doors and turn them lights down low. That type of voice, you know. Yep. Like that. But yeah. No, I can't do that. Like, do you have you have a decent head voice, I would say, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't think about like my different. I don't think about those things too much on like a technical level. Like I'm like being consciously aware of it, which maybe I should do more of. But
no, but like generally when I listen to you on the live streaming, you are singing. You have this kind of sort of singing voice, you know. Not this, but this.
That's
I was sitting like that stuff, you know. I'm trying to imitate it.
That is a conscious thing, because so I slight other little background thing. When I was doing my undergrad for guitar, I did a couple of years of voice, but that was like classical voice, and so that was the tone production was very much like this type of thing, but like I felt like singing like that and doing that with these pop songs and stuff, it's just like it just sounds,
I like to move like Jagger.
Ridiculous.
Move
I sang
like Jagger.
So these things, like to have something more, I guess you could say intimate, something like that, is purposefully, you could say what my teacher would have said is like bad tone production, and there's like a lot of wasted air.
It's a lot of
there's it becomes very breathy, but like it's because the other stuff just feels too focused and too clear for me.
And it fits nice with, you always have the reverb on, right? The nice reverb.
Yeah.
And if you then do like I'm sitting That sounds really nice, you know, because of the reverb and the whole setting and shit. It sounds really good. If you were to go like, I would be like, whoa, turn my volume down, you know?
It'd be intense, yeah.
Yeah, it's like very intense.
And yes, I came to rock my
Just like this reaction
Just like
with us in Ren. Yeah.
and drop
hell
it like it's hot, fam. Wearing clothes from Oxfam. Goddamn, I am a blood-sucking titan from the streets of Bright.
This cadence is crazy. I am a blood-sucking titan.
Blood-sucking titan from the streets of Brighton. Hit you with my right hand, sucker.
Soccer. That's so that accent, bro. Like if I were to say, I'll hit you with my I'll hit you with my right hand, sucker. You know, and even if I were to say, I'll hit you with my right hand, sucker, it's like nah. But if I go, I'll hit you with my right hand, sucker. You know, it's like, oh god damn, please don't, sucker. You know, it's that in there, you know.
Yeah, I could never call someone a sucker and have it. Have it sound
No,
like
it's
that.
like you are a
That's not-
sucker.
That's not one of the insults I get to
Sucker.
use. Sucker.
I'll fucking suck you, sucker. Yeah.
Hit you with my right hand, sucker. If you catch me alone, you better stay on my zone because I'm ready to kill. I'll sit on my throne, made of bodies and bones because I'm mentally ill. I'm feeling.
And he has this, is it vibrato at the end? This ill, but it's like after the singing. You know what I mean? It's in the hook. Listen. Hold up. It's this. At the end. Yeah, that like after the singing vibrato-ish.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be the vibrato. Yeah, that would be that like that sort of trembling, the wavering in pitch. Yeah, because it doesn't. I mean, depending on what you're doing, that's what happens a lot. The note comes, it's like pure, and as it trails a bit, or as you get to the after you've given some pure sound, you can like give character to it, so it's not just but
yeah.
So it's like something like you can. So it doesn't have to just be, or it doesn't have to be the opposite, which is like
Yeah, like that, exactly.
Like that. So you can do all sorts of things with whether you're singing or playing an instrument where you can actually do a vibrato with it. That is what he's doing at the
But
end.
with Ren, it adds this certain emotion. I feel like because he does it with it's always this sort of aftermath, sort of soft sound. It's mentally ill, like that, almost like sad sound, you know. But then like with that, I can't do it.
No, it's just funny, isolated. Just going,
yeah. Like that. But it adds. That's the small things that I noticed that I'm like, okay, that makes Ren very interesting to me, you know. Like different than, let's say, because I listen to a lot of Foo Fighters, like different than Foo Fighters, you know.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah.
You know, way different, interesting than Foo Fighters, than how I find Foo Fighters interesting, you know?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the styles and even just, the vocals, I mean, they're going for completely different things. Completely different.
Yeah. Like Foo Fighters is, for me, I can just listen to it, and listen to the lyrics and have a good time, and or have a sad time, depending on the lyrics vibe, you know?
Yeah.
But with Ren, I feel like it's always just meant to be analyzed, because if you do analyze it, you notice so many different little things. That's not only in the beat, but also like in Ren's voice, in his performance, in his body language, in, you know, in the references. Because if you're gonna do more Ren shit, like Ren likes to really refer to his older tracks, so High Ren and Murder, all that shit, you know. And the more you're gonna do, you're gonna be like, hey, that's from that other song where I saw, for example, this pig dude is a recurring thing, a recurring dude in his video. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah, that'll be something good to look out for.
Yeah, and you're just gonna automatically, because we are analyzing it, so we are paying way more attention than, let's say, the regular viewer to these videos and the lyrics and all that stuff. You're going to catch these things. Like, it's just gonna happen because you analyze it, you know.
Well,
it's gonna happen.
I mean, that makes total sense. Like, even on top of that, it could inform you about these other things too, potentially. So, you know, it's like, oh, was he, you know, does this just happen to sound like that Mobb Deep track, or is it just a coincidence? Because I don't think it was actually the same exact notes, but it was just so similar. So it's like someone who likes referencing things. If it's someone and he clearly maybe thinks too much. It's the source of maybe some of his, after watching High Ren, is maybe the source of a lot of his anguish and pain.
Yeah.
But that means that tends to come along with someone who also, there's a positive side to that, which is they put a lot of thought into the things they do, and they add layers of complexity. And one of the ways of doing that would be through references to outside works, even if it's your own. But
yeah. Yeah, very interesting.
I'm feeling alive, I got the will to survive, so never test my skill. For goodness sake, man, I'm ready to break, man. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Murderer, if you see me on the corner of my...
When I did the first reaction to this, somebody in the comments says, this is just a regular day in Britain. Like this, what you see right here is just a regular afternoon in Britain.
This is what happened.
This is how it goes.
I didn't even realize what was happening. I didn't even see that guy. I thought he was looking at a trash can or something and then just jumped. I somehow didn't see that guy. Look, dude.
He's camouflaged, sort of. Yeah, he's sort of camouflaged.
I'm like, oh, is he gonna throw something away? Like, what's he about to do? And then he just grabbed a human.
Suddenly,
like, what the
out
hell?
of the abyss, a human is grabbed. Yep.
Man, murderer,
Boink.
homie, it's the way that I get down. Murderer, if you see me on the corner of my town, get back. Murderer, swing for your jaw in the first round. Murderer, homie, it's the way that I get down. Boy, homie, it's the
So I have because this is the end, of course. I have a question for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like High Ren more, or do you like Murder more? Like personal opinion.
High Ren.
What is? Yeah, because can I guess? Is it because High Ren because you talked about the classical influence? Is it because of that? Because it probably has a little bit of classical influence in there.
It's probably part of it, but honestly, I think I think it has way more to do with the fact that that's what he's actually talking about was painfully relatable in the song. So this type of thing, to me, it reminds me of a similar vibe to, listening to stuff like Mobb Deep, because I used to love listening to rap just when I was in high school.
What are some artists you listened to in high school?
It was
like one or two.
It was Mobb Deep, Nas, Wu-Tang, stuff like that. And so it's like, and so it was all this sort of like, really sort of, here are my awesome lights.
Oh, the red light, is it spazzing?
Yeah, dude, it's freaking out again.
Yeah. It's party time.
I gotta get some new light. But there was this sort of like toughness to it, and I think as a teenager, it was just, there's that teenager sort of just like anger and rebelliousness and stuff, and so I related in that way. But this way, like, I don't feel like a tough guy. I don't feel the need to be a tough guy. I would never even be like, I just don't
Muscles.
feel that way. Like Murderer, it's just so not that. But someone who has a really oftentimes nasty internal monologue, who wants to pursue something creative and wants to be successful and doesn't feel successful and has tons of self-doubt, and there's a lot of internal struggle there. That's like, oh man, okay, yeah, that's I connect with that way more. So that's the main reason.
Yeah, I figured like the High Ren is more about what is being said rather than what is being played. Like this is heavy beat, like that, and the previous one is more like with the guitar. Remember, is more like that. And this is way more rap oriented, maybe,
Yeah.
So personal opinion, I get that, but Ren overall, like even because I like Murderer more than High REN, because we are basically polar opposites of what our fields of expertise are. So it's very interesting. I'm more about the, and you're more about the, to make it easy to. But yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I was like, you gotta check out REN, because REN is for everybody. Everybody can get some sort of enjoyment from. Oh, that's very interesting. Like, it's some influence from this and that. Like, I've seen so many reactions to it from all kinds of people. Other rappers, people from other countries that sing their folk music, and they react to REN. It's all the. And everybody can say something about it because it's just enjoyable,
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Yeah, but do you have any final thoughts about Murderer or REN in general?
No, I mean, I think like it was interesting to see him in like a slightly different style, because again, now this is only the second thing I've heard from him.
Yep.
So it was just I don't think, and this isn't a bad thing, but I'm not surprised. If anything, that was maybe a good thing, where it was like, because I figured there would be the vibe and everything of High REN was not going to be what every song was. So it was interesting to see this different. This definitely felt, okay, this song's called Murderer. But because I was just about to say it feels way more way more upbeat and just fun.
Yeah.
Guys,
it kind of is.
But yeah, this is just like, it doesn't feel nearly as deep, like
no.
in terms of like what he's talking about and what it's going into. It's not as heavy of a topic. It's more, it's like, yeah, you can.
We got some stuff for you, man. Like there's the Tales of Jenny and Screech, which is a 3-part sort of trilogy, you could say. 3 parts, and they're all a cohesive story, and it's fucking crazy, bro. There's Sick Boy, there's Money Game, which is also 3 parts. So there's a lot of REN we can still check out, and a lot of different vibes. Like, every time I'm like, what the fuck? And there's also from Murderer, which we also can do together, bro. There's an acoustic version of Murderer, and REN, that's a full one take, fully live, and he does an acoustic version, and he always makes it a little bit original or a little bit unique. So it's not just Murderer acoustic, literally, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like Murderer acoustic with a twist, quote unquote,
Gotcha.
So we got to do that shit. Like, there's a lot of stuff, and people in the comments are going to go crazy with the requests as well. So we're just going to see what people are going to say, because I have not seen everything from REN. There's still stuff I need to check out. So yeah. But guys, there's High REN on Rafi's channel, which will be linked down below. Rafi, all I need from you, bro, can you play a little outro classical thingy jingle, which I will actually use in the intro?
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of
like just a little whatever that's like I can use for the intro, like immediately.
I'm gonna go out of my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tune. These are new strings. So what happens is they go out of tune.
Yeah, they're stretching the whole time.
Not where it's at, but
Hell yeah.
It's the first cello suite by Bach, like the prelude to it. There aren't too many nice places to stop, but
there's one guy on TikTok. We're gonna end it on this. There's one guy on TikTok. His name is Andy something, Arthur something, and he actually does it with his voice, like la da dee da dee da dee da, la da dee da dee da dee da, la da dee da dee da dee da, la da dee da dee. Yeah, and like actually very accurate. We're gonna check that out after the stream, after this video, guys. You're not gonna be there. No, but thank you all for watching. Rafi, thank you for your time.
My
and
pleasure.
let us know, guys, what we need to do next. See y'all.
Thanks, Ash.